Hey guys, time's been in short supply for me during the holiday season, but I fancy doing a little metal casting using the very exciting Phrozen Sonic Mini 8K. This printer boasts an incredible 22 micron resolution with 1152 pixels per inch, and I've already shown you some amazing prints. But can I get the same results when casting? Well, obviously I needed something with sufficient detail to print, and for this I turned to a friend of mine, Juan. You can find him on Instagram or YouTube, and he's an incredibly gifted artist. Now, this is what I really wanted to show you. Obviously it's a ring, so you can guess the size, and it's packed with detail, a lot of which is very fine. In fact, some of it is so fine I think even the Mini 8K will struggle. These textured sections will be so small I can't imagine them standing proud, if I'm honest. But flowers, feathers, leaves, skulls, mushrooms, they should be okay. To make things easier for me, I added some sprues using lychee. But these do destroy some of Juan's beautiful work. But time was short for me this week, and, more importantly, I'm lazy and like to make life easy for myself. I decided to use the last few drops of my ResinWorks3D EasyCast 200 resin, and frankly I had a nightmare of a time. I mentioned in my review of the Mini 8K that whilst I absolutely love this printer, some resins stick like crazy to the build plate. I found this with Phrozen's own Aqua 8K resin, but it was even worse with the EasyCast 200. Now stupidly I didn't film my plight, but trust me when I tell you that this resin bonded like concrete. So much so that I ended up damaging the metal build plate, something I've never done before. Light scratches, yes, but these are deep gouges. Whilst it is annoying, it still prints fine, but I urge caution to anyone buying the Mini 8K. This is one occasion where a flex plate would be a major advantage. Fortunately, I've already spoken to our friends at VogMan Systems, and they've already started the ball rolling. So check out their store for availability soon. I'm sure other systems will be coming along any day if you prefer to shop around, but obviously that's down to you. I can't talk about products I haven't any personal experience with. Anyway, I'm not blaming EasyCast for sticking like stink to the build plate, but soaking in IPA for hours, sharpened scrapers, heavy duty plastic spatulas, or wherever you like will not help you here. Just lots of hard chipping away. So please treat yourself to a flex plate and save yourself the headache. Fortunately, the prints seemed fine. I can't be 100% sure if my settings are good, as my resin supply was very limited, but these settings worked for me. And as you can see, I chose a print layer height of 0.02 with no anti-aliasing. Now, EasyCast can have pale blotches, especially after thorough cleaning, but this makes it hard to really see how well the prints came out. I struggled taking photos if I'm honest, but I think you'll agree this close-up of the teeth is very impressive. If you can see those layer lines with the naked eye, then Lois Lane is probably your girlfriend. Other than a spin in the magnetic polisher, I've made no attempt at a high shine finish. But I think you'll agree the vast majority of detail Juan packed into this ring has come through. It's tricky to see as it's so small, but it is there, and a lot of it is not easily seen by the naked eye. So for those of you who asked whether casting was possible with the Mini 8K, I can assure you it is. You may wish to spend more time dialing in the resin than I did, but the printer really will work for you. So my thanks again to Juan for sharing this design with me. Take care guys, and thanks for watching.